Hello, I'm Marlene Waserman. I'm a clinical sexologist and couple and sex therapist practicing and specializing in cyber infidelity. It starts out with the tart response to a tweet. It starts out with a comment on his or her Facebook page. It starts out with you placing a profile on Ashley Madison or any other dating site. It starts off with just a very non-sexual, non-flirty comment, remark. You've looked at each other's profiles and you find the things that are in common. Or a friend's told you about a friend and you strike up an online conversation. It moves from that non-sexual comment, that nice little chat, to a sexual innuendo very quickly. It then is followed by the other person responding, reciprocating with his or her own sexual innuendo. You flirt, he or she flirts back. You throw in a few more sexually explicit expressions, he or she reciprocates in the moment. You then throw in some porn, maybe a picture of yourself, because he or she is asked to see a part of your body, maybe your genitals, maybe your breasts, maybe your eyes, maybe your hands or your feet. Immediately, he or she reciprocates by sending some kind of sexual image back to you. You begin to feel excited. You begin to feel bold and brave. You begin to share a fantasy. He or she responds with a fantasy immediately. You find that you have fantasies in common. You begin to exchange those fantasies. And you begin to mutually masturbate. After mutual masturbation, breathlessly, excitedly, you plan to have your first face-to-face coffee. You have your first face-to-face coffee, which probably ends up near a hotel, and you find yourself in bed. I want you to think about how long that progression happens. I'm going to tell you. Average person of all ages, across all countries, male and female, it takes between 6 and 14 days to get from your first chat to the bedroom. Think about your own progression on cyber infidelity. Where are you right now? Are you at the innocent chatting, where you wouldn't even define it as cyber infidelity? Would your partner define it as cyber infidelity? Are you just flirting? Is it that you're not having sex because there's no exchanges of bodily fluids? Are you at the point where you finding you want to keep talking to that person, and because it's so available and he's right there and she's right there online 24/7, the progression happens so quickly that it feels for you absolutely natural to meet up for the coffee and the bedroom? Consider where you are at. Consider if you want to stop it right now, or if it feels so good that you want to keep going. And if you have been there, think about the consequences that have happened to you and to your relationship. To find out more about cyber infidelity, buy my book on Amazon.com or at any good leading bookstore, and find me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter.